Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mariner of Spirit. I'm Greg, I'm your host, and tonight we have a special show. It's sort of like a road trip, and that's what we'll call it, a road trip by two great people that I know who are doing a somewhat of, I would say, a road adventure. And they'll be coming on in a few minutes. But before we get into that, we want to go ahead and mention usually the things that I start off the show with, which are basically the people that I support. And I support Portagraphs. And Portagraphs is a nonprofit organization that is put together by Tim Miley and his wife Lauren. And what they do is, well, when it started, it was Tim. And he started it out when he lost his pup and didn't know what he was going to do. He was ready to give up, and things were really bad for him, and he was in a bad, dark place. And he finally had an idea, and what he did was he came up with a bunch of pictures of himself and his pooch, and went ahead and took him to one of the Paracons, got a table, and went ahead and started selling them. And it was for basically sheltered animals, and that turned out to be a good move. And from that, he came up with a lot of great ideas, including events that he held every year that were for photographs, and had a lot of great speakers because he knew a lot of great people in the paranormal community, and that's what carried it. He's been doing it for quite some time now. I've had the pleasure of being to one of his events, and it was a great time. I enjoyed it immensely, and it's something that down the road, if you get the opportunity, check it out. And it's Tim and his wife Lauren. Secondly is PKC, Paranormal Kicks Cancer, Chris Goskowski and Alex Wilkinson, and they're still in business down in Florida. And what they do is they do the same basic kind of thing. They do events. They do haunted houses. They do trips where they go to different locations. And I first met them. They were at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Old South Pitt, Tennessee. And I was doing a show with the friend of mine who owns it. And he says, "Do you want some people that are investigating night to come in and talk?" And I said, "Sure, that'd be great." And they came in and we talked for a few minutes, and I really liked them. And I am in the verge now of going ahead and setting up a page of the people that I support, and they're included on that. Thirdly, and not the least by any way, shape, or form, is the Jessica Petrie Foundation. And it's a resource for expecting mothers and families of pregnant women with mental illness. And that was put together by her father, Howard Petrie, who was the founding father, if you want to say it, of PUN, the Paranormal United Network. And not only that, now that's Parallax, I want to say. So that's another great charity that if you get the opportunity, if you want to go ahead and contribute to that, you can go through, just look up Howard on as far as the the friends list, and you can go ahead and go that way. I lost it for a second there. And then the other thing that I want to mention before I bring my guests on are just the list of authors. And this list of authors are people that I've had on the show, and then there's a few on here that I haven't had on the show yet that I do want to have on eventually. And it's Bruce Holliday, Tobias Wayland, Adam Benedict, Kathy Kressel, Barnaby Jones, Sherilyn Cotter, Dr. Heatherly Langdon, Lynn Monet, Ron Iacovetti, Victoria Munday, Tony Rathman, Natalie Jones, Patty Negri, Sylvia Schultz, Amelia Cotter, Rex Nielsen, David Bloom, David Sloan, excuse me. I'm having trouble with my glasses. And Christina Bloom, and then D.A. Weissong and Joseph Hallett. And without further ado, that's a list of the authors. So if you get an opportunity, most of them are on Amazon. You can check them out through that, or Barnes and Noble, wherever they have great books, and check them all out. The last two, D.A. Weissong and Joseph Hallett, were on my show last Friday, and did a great presentation. They had a lot of great stories to tell, and they're great authors. So check them out. So without further ado, I have Gwen Johns, and I have Bobby Resnick Calkins. Excuse me. I'm going to mess that up every time, aren't I?
Well, it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
And I'm going to do that eventually. How many times a show, but the thing about it is when you're looking at three different directions at the same time and you only got two eyes, you're going to miss something eventually, right?
It happens.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to have you guys on, because I know you guys have been having a great time, and I thought this would be a great way of you going ahead and sharing it with a lot of the viewers of what you've been up to. So if you guys want to just go at it and start it out. I know that we know both you people. For the people that don't know, Gwen Johns is sort of, you want to tell everybody.
Yeah, I will. I'm the producer of All Access Network Television, and Greg is actually coming to collaborate with us, which is a yay. We have a lot of podcasts. Mine has actually been put on hold till we get started because we've been in the road. But I produce all the shows on the network. I'm like a co-host on several. If you've been to any of the Paracons this year, I've probably been at a couple that you've been at. We've been putting it out there, and Rez and I got an idea to travel and do a paranormal walkabout, and that's what our documentary is going to be called. We're also, like I said, going to have a podcast, hopefully starting next week, about our adventures. But we wanted to come on, and Greg asked us, and we were like, yay, that's a great way. So, yeah, we basically started in Wisconsin. We've traveled to different spots. We're in South Carolina and Myrtle Beach right now. As a special treat to Rez, he had never seen the ocean or been in the ocean, and that was cool to see. And we're still there for the moment, but it worked out. We're in a hotel, so if our internet's not quite right, that's kind of why. But we want to, first of all, thank Greg for letting us come on. And we have a lot of other people to thank. But what you think, Greg? About, we crazy or what?
No, I don't. I think it's a great idea. I wish the heck you had a bus to do it and take about 4 or 5 people along.
That would be
That'd
cool.
be fun.
Maybe next time. Yeah, maybe next time, because we this is not when we finish this time. We're going to go back up north. Let's say we're going to go a few places, and whoever contacts. But we end it this time. It's not the end. It's just we'll take a break, and if somebody gets in touch with us and we find an interesting thing to get together and go to, we're not ending it. It's just temporary.
How about you, Rez?
Did you catch that? Because we're blinking over here.
How about you, Rez?
Oh.
Did you?
I'm actually loving it. I've been wanting to travel for a long time, so getting to travel, see all these amazing locations we've been to, and getting to see the countryside alone is amazing. Because when we decided to do this, I was like, well, if we're gonna do it, let's do all back roads, avoid the highways, so you can see the little towns in America that are forgotten in most cases. And some of the interesting things we've gotten to come across and see are pretty awesome.
What are the best top 2 things that you guys have seen that you haven't seen before, besides the ocean?
The ocean, pretty much this whole part of the country.
Yeah.
I've never done any of the East Coast things. It was the first time when we went to Ohio. It was the first time I've been to Ohio. Haven't been to Kentucky since I was a teenager. First time in South Carolina. It's a lot of this is new territory for me, new country.
Mm-hmm.
So Gwen, you're going to have to get them one of those vests that you could put the state patches on. It'd be like
I need to do that actually.
Actually, I thought about how they used to have the refrigerator magnets. About halfway through the trip, I was thinking, damn, I wish I could find some of that.
You have a whole refrigerator full of magnets of the states. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, eventually.
So
I'm actually gonna make call it a banner with all of the states we've been on and everything.
So there's a lot of patience and tolerance, I imagine, between 2 people that are driving around, sometimes making the wrong turns and things like that. And don't turn here, and that kind of thing that happens between people.
Sounds good.
So how's it been like that?
It's not been like that. We've done good.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I know you guys are very laid back.
Yeah, I mean we did have a dead battery to kind of start off. Yeah.
Started off with having to do some repairs to the truck, and by the time we hit Ohio, the battery had been shot, so I had to get a new battery in there. Thanks to Brother Matt there, who kind of helped us out there with that. So it's been amazing. Just letting the universe take us where we're supposed to go.
That's awesome. Any souvenirs besides the magnets?
Lots of footage.
Oh, it's going to take a long time.
It's, you got all the road footage because we've been recording off the dash cam, plus the investigations, all the lives that we've done. It's going to be a lot to go through and compile it all in one documentary.
Yeah.
In all reality, by the time we're done, we'll probably have enough for 2 of them.
Yeah, we really will.
So how many investigations have you done?
Well, for my birthday on the 15th, we were at Broadhead Manor.
Yeah.
And then we had the haunted church in Cicero, Illinois. We had Eloise up in Michigan. We got to do a little bit of an impromptu investigation in Ohio at the village where they're having the experiment.
Right.
Let's see now. We've been to the Haygood Mill.
Yep.
Where else have we gone?
The tunnels.
Oh yeah, we had the what was it, the bunkhouse tunnels, or what is it called?
Oh.
Sorry, Brandon.
Brandon, we are blinking out. Today was one of those days we enjoyed the beach and our memory has gone.
Yeah.
I think we've had about probably all together, maybe 10 so far. And of course, you know, wherever we stay, we always sort of investigate.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you don't mind, I want to put a special thank out to Brandon Cooper and Anna, who hosted us. We stayed there with them and he took us all over and it's been awesome. Also, Litriana and Matt Brown, who supported us even before it started. J.W. Prather, Austin Maynard, Stu Reese, Matt Wolfgram, Lee Warner, Bill Walter, Jamie Lynn, Annie Waters, and you, Greg, you have followed us as much as you can, and you have your own life. And my friend Candy is probably watching. She's down here where we are at the beach. I don't know. We've got so many people, and guys, please don't think I'm forgetting you. We're going to put a thing out, but right now, I tell you, it's been so many people supporting us and giving us a place to camp, or hey, come hang out with us, and it's like a real community, and I think it's awesome, and that's what everybody's kind of needed for a while. So it's starting. Maybe we're starting something. How about that?
It sort of helps out, and it takes people out of their own reality and gives them an opportunity to go someplace else. And that's the whole reason I got really excited when I first heard that you were going to do it, because I thought, boy, this has got to be really cool. Not only for you guys, but for the people that are back here that get an opportunity to watch what you're experiencing it and things like that. So, and I know Mr. Cooper has been pretty instrumental. I did send, so right up off the bat, I did send him a link in case.
Did you?
Cool.
And I don't know why. He must have got his hair. Maybe he's getting a perm or something, or maybe he's probably got some skin treatment. Maybe he's changing his color a little bit or something. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm going to tell you firsthand, that man is busy all the time. He never sits down. So, it's crazy, all the things he's got going on and all the things he does behind the scenes that not everyone knows about.
Yeah.
He's 30 different directions, 24/7.
And I mean, on top of that, they let us stay there. He took us all these places, got involved, even did lives with us. I mean, I thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Anna. And
we love you guys.
Yeah, and poor Anna has been sick with these allergies and stuff, and still they put up with us. So
he says they got to hang out with us poor mountain folk.
And we loved every second of it. Yeah. Brandon, come on, come talk with us.
It's there, Brandon. It's right in Messenger.
Yeah, if you like. But yeah, we are enjoying it. We are not done. We took a couple of days on the coast. We'll be leaving here either tomorrow or Sunday morning, depending on what goes on. We got out and got a little sun today. So how does it feel to be in the southern sun?
Good.
All right. It was a nice day, a perfect day for him to see it. So
that's great.
So does anybody have any questions?
Go ahead.
I'm so used to being on that side of it, Greg.
Carol Garcia says, I can't wait to see the documentary of your travels. Nancy Noonan Kelly's here. She says hello to you guys and to me.
Hi, Nancy.
Brandon.
Hey.
And then Candy Norris says, I am, and she's got a big heart.
That's my friend down here.
Okay. Glad to meet you, Candy. And Carol Garcia says, I did the same thing with my daughter, investigating our way up through New York to Canada and back. The trip
Awesome.
was
Nice.
absolutely amazing. Paranormal Paradox says, my boy Rez.
What's
I
up,
don't know who
Nate?
that-
Hey, forgot to say, I gotta say
Well,
thank you, Nate. You sent me
Was
what
that, that's Nate?
that's my buddy Nate. Yep.
Okay,
You know,
that's Nathaniel, right?
We forgot to put him on the list. Thank you. He
Thank
sent
you,
me a
Nate.
whole box of gear. Man, stuff the guy sent with me is amazing.
Yes, a whole box. And Nate, thank you. I'm sorry. Like I said, I tell you what, the sun, and it is no joke when you get on the ocean, it kind of wears you out a little bit. So we took a little afternoon.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, anybody that done anything, even Brandon, we'll have a surprise on our next investigation. But he even made something for us, which is
Pretty
amazing.
neat.
Amazing. Yeah.
And then you had Kimmy Corpse here, Barbara Woodbury Spear,
Hey,
Barbara
Kimmy.
Spear, Barbara Spear, and Kimmy Corpse, and Brandon Cooper again. So that's
Yeah.
all the people that are here right now. But
Well,
I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. I've got people watching on my face, a link off my Facebook. I think Bobby does too, or
Yeah.
Rez. I don't call him Bobby, but yeah, everybody. I also want to point out that Greg needs some prayers. If you pray, if you don't, send him good energy. He's got some stuff going on too, so please do that for him.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's for sure.
No, we love you, Greg.
Yeah, we do. We were excited about tonight.
It's awesome to have people like you on. You know, it's always is. So, as long as you got to the ocean, you didn't do any fishing when you got there. You were just playing
No fishing.
with your toes in the sand.
Yeah.
How was the
And
water?
swam some.
Warm.
Oh, it's nice. So nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been
You got
loving it.
You got a pair of Tarzan trunks that you wear now?
No, I've been in my camo Wranglers and my jean shorts. Same as I always swim in back home.
Yeah, he has.
There you go. Some habits are hard to break.
Right.
Right.
I think he even got a little sun today.
Maybe
You
a
did.
little bit.
He
Just
did.
a little bit.
You can see it on his nose a little bit.
That's
Well,
awesome.
all joking aside, you guys, we're having a great time. We're investigating. And if anybody has any suggestions of where we can go or who we can see or anything, let us know. You can reach us on Facebook. I think it's probably the easiest.
Yeah.
Or get in contact with Greg. He'll let us know because we're still looking for some things to do before we finish. Like I said, we're not totally going to be finished, but we're going to be to a point where we can start going through all our videos and things. But we're still going to be investigating. We're still going to be going out there. And if anybody has any, especially if you're having an event or something, and we can get there, we will definitely do it. We're trying to make it as interesting as possible, and it's going to go on for probably another long while, at least. Yeah.
Who knows? We haven't set an end date on that. So
I must be losing my mind.
If y'all like what you've been seeing, following along, you're looking for a documentary, if you want to help out, we do have T-shirts on Resnick Inc. at Printify.
Yep.
We have Resnick Inc. store. We have the Paranormal Walkabout T-shirts and have some other ones on there too.
Okay, you still there,
and
right?
we're here.
Keep on talking. I'm trying to pull a miracle here for a minute.
Okay. Well, yeah, we would love to when we get up that way, maybe pop by and see Greg for something. That's been in our plan if we can pull it off. And he's actually, because he's a traveler too. So
when we were coming through Illinois, he was out in Seattle, so he wasn't able to hook up with us then. So
well, when we go back, maybe he'll get there. We're gonna get in contact with you, Greg, and see. We would love to
Okay.
see you.
Okay,
Definitely.
I'm gonna have to do it the other way. He
What
says
you doing?
what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna have to use my phone. Excuse me for the interruption.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have to use my phone for it. I thought I did it and I can't find it. I sent that link.
You want us to send it to him?
I can send it to him right now. Hold on.
We can send it to him.
You got the
You
link?
talking about Brandon?
Yeah. Send him
Yeah,
if you
we'll
can.
send it to him
please.
right now. We got you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Back out here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was trying to.
so. When you were out there, what were your favorite eats? What did you guys like to eat a lot when you got out there? When you were out at the coast, where you are now?
We
Anything
actually eat cheap. So
Well, I'll tell you what. We ate at a barbecue place that Brandon suggested, and man, it was wonderful. But I tell you what, we've had good food. Even I don't know how to put this. Even when we were cooking out and eating, cheap and simple, it's all been really good.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't think. I mean,
Well,
the barbecue place is the one that sticks out because that was our first big major place to eat.
Yeah. Of
So
course,
how
when I
was-
was back home in Chicago, I had to get me a Italian beef and a Chicago dog.
Yeah.
That's just tradition for me.
I think somebody just came in.
Okay.
It's just white though. I don't know where he is. He's pulling the spooky thing. There he is.
The spooky thing.
There he is. He's got his hat on.
What is
What-
up, man?
What do you want? I'm busy. Brandon,
He's always
glad to
I was
see
getting
you.
my hair done, man.
I know.
I was getting a perm.
I know. You picked that
Let
part
me see
up.
that perm.
You're gonna perm the beard.
I was getting a perm in the beard.
Get some curls
That's
going
why.
there.
That's why I cut mine off. Was because if you got
Man,
too
I was
damn
getting some Jerry curl, crinkle, bitches.
So, Brandon,
So-
I heard that you put my picture up as you. Do they think that you're that you look like this now?
So go watch. First of all, go follow Paranormal Task Force on Facebook, and then go watch last night's episode. And I forgot that she had used my stuff, so she was my profile picture. So I identify as Gwen now.
What do you think the Marines are going to think about that?
You
Don't
know,
ask, don't
it's
tell.
it's a kinder, gentler Corps, I hear.
Well, you can't beat it. I mean, when you got a pretty Marine, what do you want? Look at that.
Is that the picture
Yep.
that was up?
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not even my good picture.
No, but you downloaded a bunch of your pictures.
No, I
gonna
didn't.
I'm gonna say narcissist much. Just kidding. Joke.
Okay. I was like,
Like-
what did you see, Brandon? What did you
What?
see, Brandon?
How about that one? Is that your pretty one?
Blackmail.
No, that's not my best one. A friend of mine.
All right, give me a minute. I'm working on it. I am working on it. How about
Sure.
that one?
My pictures.
Is that what it is?
No, that's not the good one either.
How about
Yeah.
that?
That's it. That's
All right.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gwen.
I don't think there's any of them there that are anything but pretty.
Good, thank you.
So
I don't
My
think.
pictures, Brandon.
I completely forgot how StreamYard worked, and I'm just now in the chats. I think Kimmy Corpse was,
Oh,
did you call me the Silver Fox, or was it that Silver Fox? Because now I'm silver. Too.
Greg's Silver Fox.
No, I want to be a Foxy Silver.
No, one of these days, maybe you'll get there, Brandon.
I'm working, man. I'm trying to be you, baby.
You got
Just trying to be you.
You got a few more years to gain before that.
I'm not a boat captain. I'm just an ensign.
I am not either. I'm done. I'm retired. I can still do it, but I mean, I can't do anything big. My dream was always to do a big ferry.
Ooh.
And I don't mean ferries. I mean a ferry boat.
You want to do the one between? You want to do the one between Billingham and Alaska, Billingham, Washington, and Alaska?
No, we'd go out of Seattle and we'd go to like Brainbridge is another one of the locations up there. Brainbridge, and what's the one where the Bremerton? Bremerton is where,
yep.
That's the Navy. That's the big Navy base where they sort of scuttle all the big ships, and they have the new ones there, and they come out through the Sound to go out into the ocean. We saw the biggest submarine I've ever seen in all the years I've been watching subs. The biggest and the fastest submarine they have now. They have a bunch of huge ones.
I may or may not have pictures that I took at a place that said, "Do not take pictures of that submarine." So,
yeah, they had 4 chase boats on this thing, and they had twin motors on the back ends of them, and they had trouble keeping up with the submarine.
Yep.
And it was on the surface. Crazy. So do you have any questions for them about did they put everything away?
I do have questions.
Okay.
First of all, you were asking, so that's Ezequina Falls at Stump House Mountain.
There you go.
Stump House, yeah.
Oh. So far, I guess you would call this probably your turnaround point, right? So far.
Because we're going to my house. Yeah, we're going to
Oh, you broke up on us. Try it again, Brandon.
His eyes are moving.
Okay, I heard you say what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're moving.
Okay. What's the most memorable thing so far on the trip? I know there's so many different ones, but maybe some type of introspection that you have come to realize. There's some sort of internal growth that you have captured so far. It could be anything.
Spirituality.
It's a toss-up. You were involved with both of them.
Oh my! It's a bromance. Yes.
It would either have to be in at Haygood Mill, out on the Petroglyph with you, or chilling with you and Sonia. You know, when we
thanks. I wasn't even there. Thanks.
Yeah, you
so
were.
Very much.
Yeah, we just cut her right out of all the photos. You know.
I'm joking.
It'll just be me and Rez, and then my face on Gwen's body.
Too.
So it was a bromance? Is that what you were saying, Gwen?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's a bromance.
I don't
the whole
understand.
Time we were in the truck together, 3 of us. She was, there's a bromance.
That's right.
It's okay. The guys were to meet each other in person and to spend time. They were just awesome. It's so much. I don't know, friendship. Look at him.
2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
Well, there's really no difference between.
I think my favorite thing.
Look
at
that.
Me and Rez.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Across the countryside.
How?
I don't.
Well, I'm gonna say my favorite thing I think so far was at Haggard Mill when we were in the petroglyph room, I'm gonna call it, and they had the drum music, and the guys were dancing, and I was videoing it. And I'll be real with you, it was so much energy, and I could just feel. I'm gonna call them my ancestors, but it could have been anybody's ancestors, just dancing everywhere. Just it was beautiful. It was overwhelming, and I did cry, and the boys kind of looked at me. I don't know if they even saw, but it was very emotional. They liked it. They appreciated it. and it was wonderful.
I don't remember any of it. I went somewhere else when we were dancing, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
He was in the moment. Both of them were. It was awesome.
You know, it honestly felt like we were dancing with the ancestors then.
Yeah, it was.
That's great.
It was. That's honestly my favorite. But, you know, besides just, I'll be real with you, just spending time with people and getting to know them, the real people, not just somebody you see on a podcast, somebody you see in person. Right. And it's, you know, we were welcomed with open arms at Brandon and Anna's, and we appreciate it way more than you ever know. And same thing everywhere we've been. Yeah. We went with J.W. Prather and Austin Maynard and the group. There's so many of them, and honestly, they welcomed us in. Yeah. We've been to Eloise, Jamie Lynn. Yep, thank you, honey. Waters. And Annie, and what's the other lady's name? I can't. Oh, don't hate us. Don't hate us.
Betsy.
There you go. They were awesome. Well, the other people too, but those are the three, you know, main ones. And if you ever get to go, work out for like a year before that, because 5 stories of stairs is a lot.
And I would suggest go play in the basement and go play in the tub upstairs.
Yes. We both did Estes method in the tub, and we went downstairs. But remember to bring your duck boots, your waterproof boots, something. What do you think?
Yep, that basement kind of floods out a little bit. I had wet shoes all night, but I didn't care.
Quack.
Oh, it's a lot better when it's summertime when you get wet shoes than it is in wintertime.
Right. But you know what? In the winter, you know, we've been on ice, not on in water. So
true. Very true.
At least they go to ice. If your toes don't.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Okay, Brandon, quack, quack.
Because you said duck boots, and I'm like, hey, quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Yes,
we do want to give a shout out. We definitely want to give a shout out. I don't know if they're watching, to Abnormal Gifts in Easley, South Carolina. Thank you, Teresa, for hooking my homeboy up. If you're watching, and I'm gonna get out of here because this is not. I'm not doing paranormal walkabout. I'm sitting my fat ass at home. It's about them. I'm gonna go and we're gonna listen. Love it.
But you helped us, Brandon.
Thanks for stopping, Brandon. I appreciate it. I don't know how the heck I didn't send him the link. I had it. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't have it. Who knows? It's probably on my phone.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Remember, I do it from that side too, and it's easy to do.
So now,
what you got coming up?
Boy, oh boy, couple bad things.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You know, that kind of thing. But tomorrow there's going to be a fall festival in town here.
Oh.
And there's usually more people than you ever see in the town. And there's a pavilion. There's a park right in downtown Lakeville, and it reminds me a lot of the South. It has a park, and then it's got the lake.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The park is pretty. And then what they do is all these people, there'll be vendors and everything. The Historical Society, I'm part of that. So we'll be in the pavilion in the park during the day, and everybody else will be in the booths on the street. And they'll have all these vendors that sell all the different types of foods and everything that are around the area. And they do that. And then you have people like you'll have some there'll be one ghost group there that I used to belong to, and I'll mention them, and they'll be should be shadow hunters. They'll be there probably. And then there's a bunch of other people just selling their wares, whatever they happen to be. So I mean, it's almost 2 blocks long, and it's
Oh,
all
wow.
vendors, all those 2 blocks, and it's usually shoulder to shoulder by late afternoon, and the fire department's there with their whatever they got new that year, and they're down at the end, and kids can go down there and get rides up in the cab of the truck and do things like that. And so it's pretty cool. My sons always go over there with theirs, but their kids are all, the 2 youngest ones, well, one of them will probably be there. My oldest one's in college now. He's up in Central Michigan, so he just left there like a week ago. So, and everybody else, and you do this whole big like a Mardi Gras type thing, and then at night when it starts to get dark, they have a fireworks display down at the lake, and
that would get me right there.
and it's usually
history, food, and fireworks.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest one they have around here. They used to have the one in Fox Lake, which was over on the chain, and Cedar is east of there, and that's where we live, and Cedar Lake, and that's where the fireworks are going to be. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I know. I don't know what time we're going to have to be there for the Historical Society, but usually it's just a real lot of people.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we're going to have the other thing happening, and it'll be Sunday all day. And then Monday, hopefully, we'll get back into the rhythm of things. There's going to be one of those, whatever it is, the something of life, festival of life, celebration of life. There'll be one of those for my buddy. I know that, and that'll be later on. They haven't even announced it yet. They were living up the other side of. I'm trying to think of the name of the town in Minnesota where Paul Bunyan's statue is at. I haven't been up there now in about 3 years, so if I don't go by it, then I forget about it. There's a big town. It was in a movie. I'm trying to remember what.
You said Paul Bunyan? Hold on.
Yeah. Big statue of Paul Bunyan and Babe the Axe. And Brainerd.
I'm looking it up because I don't know.
It's Brainerd. It's Brainerd, Minnesota.
Okay.
That's where the statue is, and that was out of that movie Fargo.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, I think I remember that movie. That's where they use the wood chipper.
Yes. Yes, he uses the wood chipper.
That's good. So, Greg, where do you think, if we're, let's say, in Illinois?
Mm-hmm.
If we're in Illinois, where do you think we should go investigate and spend time with somebody?
Illinois is a big state. Are you trying
how
to
about around your area?
Yeah. What do you got up by you?
What you got by you?
Historical societies. There's a mansion, but we can't get in the mansion anymore. We used to be able to get in the mansion right in town. We can't get in there anymore.
No.
So all we have is the historical societies. And they're small buildings.
Nothing is ever truly locked when the Resnick's around.
Oh, Lord.
I carry my key for everything.
It would depend on what day it is. And, because I do Wednesdays and Fridays, and Mondays is Psychics Unite.
Yep.
That's right.
So, I mean, if you can squeeze it in between, I'm all yours.
Yeah, if we can get up that area, it'll be a little bit because we've got something to do. We've
Well, we
got a
can
couple
talk
things we
about
got to do.
we can talk about the rest of that after we shut down here after the end of the show.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Get an idea of what exactly we have available. Let me think a little bit more. There's
Yeah.
the biggest place that would be the neatest place we can't get into anymore.
Hmm.
And that was the big hotel on the chain Fox Chain Lakes.
Oh, okay.
And that's been condemned.
Oh no.
They were gonna redo it. It was on the historical landmarks. Mineola, the Mineola Hotel.
Yeah.
There's a spot that I actually lived on years ago on the corner of Rollins and Drury Lane. That house and that property was haunted. I believe now it's a preserve. They plowed the old farmhouse down and all the buildings years ago. So if you ever want to check out like an outdoor investigation, that'd be a spot to check out. And I can tell you some of the experiences we've had on that property alone.
Well, there's, up where we are, there's a lot of Native American things. I mean, even on the chain, there's an area that's called Indian Point. And there's the story about how the Indian chiefs, that it wasn't a good one, so I'm not going to mention it. It was a crazy story. It had to do with their names and how they got their names, but I'm not going to go ahead and get in.
Yeah, I lived up in that area when I was younger, so I'm familiar with some of it. We were right off Fourth Lake there. I went to Avon Center School. For a few years.
Were you off of Rollins Road or were you north of?
I was right on the corner of Rollins and Drury Lane, right at that T. There used to be an old white farmhouse that stood there with a couple of garages and an old barn and a nice big field. And if you went through the field, through the woods a little bit, you ended up out on Fourth Lake.
Yes.
Yeah, back then, the old man was known as Mr. Mopar in the area.
You see, where I live, the lake I'm on is Miltmore, and that's the lake just north of Fourth Lake. And they named it Miltmore because that was the name of the farmer, and he had all that from the lake all the way up to 83. And there were two islands between Miltmore and Fourth Lake. And those two islands, the Indians, Native Americans would grow corn on because then the deer couldn't get at it. That's how long ago that was. Mm-hmm. I heard those stories from my kids because they were taught that in school. And I live one block up from the lake. And it's still basically the same lake it was before. This community just north of us is called Venetian Village. And back in the day, what they wanted to do was they put in these big ditches. And what they were trying to do was they were going to try to go ahead and turn it into a Venetian type community, like in Italy. So they would have canals, except whoever's idea this was, they never got into the point of understanding what happens when one lake is lower than the other lake.
Yeah.
So the water comes out of the one lake and then it drains it. And the other one gets flooded over. So that killed that whole idea. So they still called it Venetian Village, but they never got through it doing it besides a couple of the ditches. Everybody was going to go in there by boat to their homes. There wasn't going to be. It would be like canals down in Florida or in places like that. So it was.
Yeah,
It was.
that would have definitely been interesting.
So there was a lot of that interesting kind of stuff. Another place, historical societies are great as far as what they have inside them too. So I mean, we always have a lot of fun with the one that's right in town. I usually have a couple people from my old group on the south side that come in, and we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We were going to do that tomorrow until I remembered that we were going to go ahead and we had to do the fall festival. So if it's around the weekend or anything like that, we could do it. I mean, with no problem at all. And I mean, it's a small building, but they're a spirit, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the size of a school, to go ahead.
No,
You can sit down and they just come. I haven't been active in there for probably since December. So it's been a long period of time. We've been in a drought. I used to take, I have a portal, and I would take that in there, and I would have this friend of mine that worked, he was on the board too. And I was bringing him into the paranormal. And, I had him doing the dowsing rods. And this is a funny story, but I was getting him to use the rods, and I was talking, and there was a gentleman that was part of the rescue squad who had died like 2 months before this. So I kept on calling his name.
Right.
And Dan Botts is about the size of Rez. So he was sitting there with these dowsing rods, and he's got these big paws. Okay. So, and the dowsing rods look like they were like this big, and he's got these dowsing rods, and I'm asking these questions, and he's going, the rods are moving, and we're going through this, and I'm asking these questions, and he was giving us answers. Everything was going really great. And then it was like, okay, it's time to close the session. We've got to go. And as I went ahead and said, okay, we're going to close, the dowsing rods started going back in the no direction, but they kept on going around like helicopter blades. They were spinning, and he had them in his hands, and he was like going, ah. So it was so funny. I didn't know what he was going to do. He says, oh my God, I don't never want to do that again. I says, well, what did you think they were going to do? And then I found out a friend of mine right away went ahead, and I mentioned this on a show that I was on. And he says, well, if you were a spirit and you were trying to say no emphatically, what would you do with dowsing rods? You'd make them spin, right? So that's what it was.
That's true.
Keep crossing them.
And it was just that he says, I don't know if I ever want to use those rods again. Then I had to buy him. I just bought him a pair and gave him a pair for Christmas. Because he's a cool guy. He is. And he's always been around. He's always been helpful. So what is your agenda for the rest of the evening? Are you going to stay up, or are you guys going to be around for a while, or what are you going to do?
Probably up for a little bit longer, hang out.
Then you got a curfew.
No,
you got a curfew.
No, we're going to get packed up, and I would like to go on the beach and do a little investigating if you're game for it.
Yeah.
Tonight?
So
we're going to do the hotel, but
you're going to what hotel?
The one that we're in.
Yeah.
And can you wait? I'll be there. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
We'll bring you in through Facebook Live.
Yeah, we can. Absolutely.
We'll set some equipment up around the room and see if anything goes off. If you really think about it, though, pretty much what hotels aren't haunted, with the amount of people that come to hotels to kind of do darker things, that does a lot of times stick around.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I had something happen, let me say. And we talked about it for a minute. Have you had anything happen yet?
I've had a few visions sitting out on the porch, but just it's a question mark.
Right.
They left me with. Is it my mind telling me this from all the shows I've seen, or is this something that really happened? And that's what piqued my interest to try to bust out the equipment.
Oh yeah, well, we have it here, and we're going to do a little bit, but we're going to get packed up. And like I said, I would like to investigate the beach for a few minutes, even though it's kind of hard to do, just for a little bit. But yeah, we're going to have to get up and get checked out in the morning and everything and decide what we're going to do. But hopefully we're going to get to see my friend Candy if she is well enough. And anybody has any suggestions before we leave down this area, let us know.
If you guys got anything in the group or
Yeah, I was trying to look on the comments, but it looks like when I see them, it's a little bit behind. But guys, while Greg's looking, if you want to get in touch with us in any way, those of you that are not friends with us, of course, tell them what yours is.
Bobby Resnick Hawkins on Facebook. You can find me the same name on TikTok, or if you want to email me, Resnick Inc. INK, like tattoo ink, @gmail.com. That's the best ways to get a hold of me.
Yep. As far as mine, it's under my name, Gwen Johns. I also have YouTube. I have TikTok, but I can't remember it. But if you look at my name, I'm sure you can find me. And also, of course, All Access Network Television, anything to do with that. We do have a Paranormal Walkabout Facebook page, but nothing is downloaded on there yet. It's just created. So we'll be putting some stuff on there to make it easier too. It's made, so we're gonna have to get some stuff on it as soon as we can.
So I can go ahead and mention that per week for you.
Yeah, that would
be
awesome. Yes, and we, like I said, we are not done. We're got a couple things we got to do, and we would love to stop by and see Greg on our way back up north.
That would be
this
cool.
is not the end. When we say we're done with this trip, we will go and do other things together, and it's just, sooner or later the trip's going to have to end. But I was trying to download my picture of the t-shirt that we're selling, and let me see if I can do it one more time. Give me just a second. No, I don't think so.
No.
Ooh, it might. All right, one more time.
Doesn't have stick people on it, does it?
Greg, do you see your t-shirt? And the reason we're selling the t-shirts, besides they're cool as it is to help us fund, because
it's expensive when on the road.
It is, even though we camp a good bit. We did take a couple days and spend on the beach at the hotel, because it's really rough to tent camp here.
Yeah, once in a lifetime opportunity for me. So figured to stay in a hotel.
We splurged a little bit.
They don't
But
allow you to
it's
stay on the beach there, do they?
Not on the beach.
I wish.
No, not on the beach, because people have abused that. But no, there's a lot of campgrounds here. But basic camping like we're doing, not in an RV, just tents, is rough with the sand and a little bit of wind. So we just took a couple days, especially and then we're going to be headed from here. Like I said, we may do a couple things here and there, but we're going to be headed to where I live, which is like 4 hours away, for a few days. Just to kind of, honestly, I couldn't bring everything I needed on the plane. So I got to regroup, repack, do laundry. I don't know, be at home for 24 hours.
Are you
And
gonna
honestly,
drop? You gonna drop Rez off at the library so you can do some research or what?
I like walking in not knowing things, so I'm not the one to research ahead of time.
yeah.
I like going in with an empty slate, clear mind.
I just thought I'd say that. I don't know
No, she's gonna
why.
leave me on the side of the road somewhere and come back and get me in my own truck. You know, wow, or something. I don't know.
No, I'm actually, if my,
Duct tape me up and roll me out the truck. Tell me tuck and roll at the last minute.
I would never do that. No, honestly, I'm hoping that once I get there, I can quickly cut part of my yard, because there's a part of my yard that I would love for him to help me investigate. I've never done it. And I don't, of course, investigate in my house, but the property, there's a spot in my property that I want some, I don't know, second opinion. Sound good?
Yeah.
And of course, we'll get Lutriana and Matt to come and hang out with us. And
Good.
do that.
I need to meet. I need to meet those people. I'm telling you.
You do.
They're amazing.
They are. They're my besties. And
I really felt that I had accomplished quite a bit meeting you guys at Broadhead.
that
And
was awesome.
there were like one or two other people that I missed, and one of them was Litriana.
Yeah, she
and-
didn't get to come. And her husband, Matt, is just as awesome. And hopefully they're watching so they can hear me bragging on them like I always do. But we've got a couple little places we want to take him around, around my neck of the woods. Let me be real country for a minute and say. But, yeah, we'll go live and do things like that. But it's nice to be home for a minute. And then we're going to get back out and do it. But besides my own wash machine, which will be cool. Yeah, it's going to be nice. But we got things coming up. I hope everybody that's watching will spread the word and share things and watch our lives. I know Greg always does. And we want to thank you like a million times, because you do support us and you put it out there for us. And, you know, it's like Brandon. I mean, everything you can do, you've done. So we so much appreciate it. And if anybody has any questions, suggestions, or anything, please get in touch with us. We love hearing from you, even if you're just saying, hey, how cool is it that you guys are doing this? You know, we like it.
It's a good group of people, the people that watch this show, and normally it carries and it makes you feel good. By the time the show's over, I feel a little pumped. So I feel, a lot better than I do normally. So, that's what makes it good. And, I know you guys are in a time element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the show down. And if you guys want to hold on for a few minutes, and then we'll talk after we close. Okay?
Sure, that'd be cool. I do want to mention that the main Paracon is going on right now, and tons of people that we know are there. I know some of them would probably watching if they weren't. So I know they'll go back and watch too, but hopefully everybody at the Paracon in Maine, hopefully you guys are having a great time, and hopefully it goes well for you.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's one place that I've always thought I'd end up going, and I haven't been there. But
maybe we can tag up together next year and go.
Yeah, maybe we all can.
Should. We should. That's for
That'd
sure.
Be cool.
Okay, thank you very much, Gwen, Rez. Thank you guys for being here. It's awesome.
Can I say one last thing?
Sure.
Everyone out there dreaming, get out there and live your dreams.
Well said.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I think everybody that's here in the comment section does too.
Cool.
You all have fun, Kimmy said. That's right, Kimmy.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you. And I see Kimmy supporting us too, which I appreciate. Every night. Don't think we don't see people. We do, and we appreciate it, and we try to make sure we do thank each and every person. But we have so many. Sometimes we oopsie and don't say it. So yeah.
There's one lady in here that hasn't been around that much on this show, and besides, well, Nancy Noonan Kelly, I think you guys know who.
Yep, I know
Sure.
Nancy.
Okay, but then there's a lady here, Linda Judd, and she's from
Linda?
out in California.
Yeah, she
And
took a
she's-
class that Lee did, and I was in and helping her out. And Linda, she watches a good bit of the things too. So, yeah, everybody, thank you.
She says, "Hey, hello, Rez. Hope you all have a good time tonight. Nice to meet you." So,
Thanks.
Yeah,
everybody, you guys all have a wonderful evening. Thanks again, you guys, for being here. It's been awesome. And
Yes.
we'll see you guys all next week. Wednesday's show, When Spirits Connect, it's going to be a different show. It's going to be awesome. They usually are, but it depends on who shows up. So you guys all have a great evening. And thanks again to our guests tonight for making this a real special show.
thank
And
you.
we'll see you
Thank
guys all next week. Good night.